Good morning, everybody. It is August 17th, 2021. We want to welcome our eighth grade students to your first day of school today here at Middle School North. I hope that you have a fantastic day. And our sixth and seventh graders, we want to welcome you back for your second day of school. A few brief announcements for you this morning. We want to remind you to be a pro. Our seventh and eighth grade students, we expect you to know what this means. Our sixth graders, this is new to you, and you will learn this throughout this week and also through the next few weeks about what it means to be a pro. Again, we are positive, respectful, and taking ownership for our learning and for our environment. And we'll go through each of those and talk about what that means a little bit depending on where you're in certain areas of the building. So be a pro, positive, respectful, and take ownership. A few expectations I want to remind you of as we get started on our second day for sixth and seventh graders. Remember that you may not use the restroom between classes or the first 5 or last 5 minutes of classes. So students, if you need to use the restroom, you're going to have to wait until you get to class and get settled in for 5 minutes or so, or until the teacher allows you to go. And then at that point, once you have the teacher's permission and a pass, then you can use the restroom. Remember, there are not to be more than 2 students in the restroom at a time. So if you get to the restroom and there's already 2 students in there, you will need to wait outside of the restroom. But you cannot go between classes. All right. Additionally, electronics. Middle School North is a cell phone and headphone free school, which means that we expect those to be turned off and in your bags at all times. I am directing teachers starting today. So staff, you are hearing from me. Students, if your teacher follows the expectations that I'm giving them, you cannot be mad at your teacher because they're doing what I told them to do. Starting today, staff, if you have a student with a cell phone out, you can go ahead and confiscate them. Students, your first time is a warning. After that, we call parents and ask them to come pick them up from the school. So you're getting a heads up now that cell phones are to be turned off and in bags at all times. This includes in the hallways. This includes at lunch. This includes class time. There is no point in time where you should have your cell phone out or have headphones in without your teacher's permission. Again, they should be turned off and in bags. Staff, again, if students have cell phones out, please go ahead and confiscate those and let us know in the office. All right, lunch expectations. A reminder, students, you are to stay in seats at all times other than directed by staff to get up. So when you come in the cafeteria, you will have a seat on a yellow piece of tape. Once you are sitting there, there's no reason for you to get up unless staff tells you otherwise. So if you raise your hand to use the restroom and a staff member writes you a pass, then you can get up out of your seat. Staff member directs your table to go to the lunch line, then you can get out of your seat. But other than that, students, you are expected to stay in your seats at all times, and there's no switching tables. Once you sit down at a table, that is your table for the day. We do not have assigned seats at lunch this year because we do not need to do all the tracking that we did last year. But once you sit in a seat, that is your seat for the day. All right, students, if no one has told you yet today, you are loved. You belong here at Middle School North. You have all the tools to be successful, and you got this because we got you. I hope you have a terrific Tuesday, and as always, it is great to be a cruiser.